Good afternoon, folks. Don Tyson, Blake Perryman, Enrique Alwena coming to you once again from Fort Cobb Broxton High School. District final action. Class A Area 3 boys game. Number 1 ranked Fort Cobb Broxton Mustangs taking on the Sterling Tigers today. In case you're just joining us, I guess in case you missed the first game, I should say. Our girls district final was played earlier today. And Sterling came out on top 34-31 in overtime as Aubrey Smith hit a three-pointer with 2 seconds remaining in overtime to send the Sterling Lady Tigers into the winners' side of the bracket next Thursday night. So congratulations to the Sterling Lady Tigers. Sterling Tigers come in here tonight after playing yesterday. They defeated Rush Springs 62-55 to advance into this contest. Normally these district final contests are played at nighttime, but due to the severe weather that's expected to come in tonight, they play these ball games in the afternoon. So this is the district championship game. The winner of this contest will play Thursday night at Navajo at 8 o'clock, and the loser will advance into the consolation bracket at Navajo also Thursday afternoon at 4 o'clock. They will be playing the winners and losers of Sterling, or Cheyenne and Navajo. We're going to have the introduction of the starting lineups after some COVID protocols being announced by the public address announcer. The Sterling Tigers will be the visiting team. Sterling Tigers start a number 1, Diego Frederick. Number 5, Ty Hughes, who had 13 points yesterday. Number 10, Brady Bridges, who had 12 points yesterday. Number 14, Nate Anderson. And number 23, Hayden Talafero, who had 13 points yesterday also in a winning effort. Very balanced scoring yesterday for the Tigers, as they had 13, 12, 12, and 13 among their starters. They're coached by Mr. Donald Youngstedt, and they have a record of 8 wins and 9 losses. For the Fort Cobb Broxton Mustangs, the home team, they start at sophomore number 2, Jackson Willits. A junior number 11, Drew Woods. A senior number 31, Rocky Mountain. A senior number 24, Kyler Denton. And a senior number 12, Tyson Eastwood. The Mustangs are coached by Mr. Scott Hines, who is 621 career victories on his side of the ledger. So legendary coach Scott Hines for Fort Cobb Broxton. 7 state titles to his credit here at Fort Cobb since the year 2000. Perennial state tournament contender, and they come in here ranked number 1 in the class with a record of 11 wins and 1 loss. They've not played a lot of games this year because of COVID. Both these teams have played a number of games less than normal. They were scheduled to play each other back in November, and that game was canceled due to COVID reasons. So as you can see, most teams around the state have played a lot less games than normal this year. All right, we're set to go. Mustangs going right to left on your TV screen, and the tap is controlled by the Mustangs, and Drew Woods enters the front court. Man-to-man defense by the Tigers. Jackson Willis dribbles this inside the free throw line. His shot's no good. Might have been deflected a little bit. Tigers with the rebound. Rushing it into the front court's Ty Hughes. Now he'll stop just across the timeline. Rocky Mountain picks him up. Man-to-man defense by the Mustangs as well. Brady Bridges out front. Over to Talafero. To Nate Anderson. And now Ty Hughes on the handle. Trying to get around Rocky Mountain. Picks up his dribble. Kicks it right side. Three-pointer on the way by Bridges. No good. Rebound by Hughes. Put back 6 foot away. No good. And Tyson Eastwood with the rebound. Eastwood behind the back dribble. Crossover into the paint. And he's going to be fouled as he was headed to the basket. And the foul is going to be charged to Nate Anderson. As Eastwood's difficult matchup for anybody, difficult to guard. He can shoot the 3 and he can handle the ball so well. And there's a nice inbounds pass to Kyler Denton, and he lays it in for the easy 2 to put Fort Cobb on top 2-0. Mustangs in that straight man-to-man. They'll play this a good bit of the time. Sometimes if the other team tries to hold the ball or whatever, they might try to get into a 1-3-1 trap. They're real good at that as well. We'll see what transpires here today. Talifero drives right down the middle of the paint. Shot good. Hayden Talifero with a nice basket as he went right down through Main Street and laid it in. Tied at 2, 6:38 to play, opening period. Eastwood on the handle, left side, between the legs dribble, way out front. Shake and bake move into the paint, little bunny hop move. Shot is blocked from behind, but they say he caught him on the forearm. And that'll be a foul charge to Brady Bridges. And Tyson Eastwood will be at the line shooting 2 for the Mustangs. First free throw no good by Tyson. Mustangs haven't played a game since January the 29th. He makes the second. They had their last 3 ball games canceled due to COVID issues, so it's been a while since they've taken the floor. And it's been a while since Sterling had played as well, but they played yesterday, first round of the district. Once again, that man-to-man defense. Between the legs dribble by Anderson. Woods on him, kicks it left side of Talifero, tries to go around Denton, cuts him off on the baseline. Long three-pointer. Rattles out that time by Anderson, and Denton high for the rebound. Outlet to Willits into the front court, between the legs dribble. Thought about a 3, but good defense by Bridges. Now Eastwood handles it, over to Denton left side. Penetrates in the paint, has it knocked away by Talifero, but he got it back. Eastwood dribbles through traffic, gets it off to Rocky Mountain. Left side, Drew Woods. To Willits, just inside the 3-point arc. 17-footer won't go. Rebound Frederick into the front court. Over to Anderson through the defense, and his shot is, they say it was fouled before the shot, as Drew Woods fouled him on the way to the basket. That's a second team foul on Fort Cobb and the first on Woods. And Sterling will inbound. Ball tapped away, but good quick hands that time by Willits. And the Mustangs into the front court. Eastwood all alone to the hoop, and the shot is blocked. Great defense that time by Brady Bridges, who came out of nowhere. Tapped it away, and they fumbled it away on the sideline and out of bounds. So turned over back to Fort Cobb. It looked like Eastwood had a clear path, and all of a sudden Bridges came out of there from nowhere and blocked the shot. I don't think Eastwood expected him to close that quickly. 5:05 to play, opening period. Eastwood just inside the 3-point arc. His jumper's short. Rebound Bridges. Long pass up ahead to Anderson. Right wing 3. Good. Nate Anderson with a long 3. Puts the Tigers on top 5-3. Now Eastwood into the paint. Lobs it over to Willits. Down the corner, Rocky Mountain. Baseline 3. Goes over the basket. Talifero there for the rebound. Quickly into the front court. Rocky Mountain almost poked it away. They get it over to Diego Frederick. Kicks it out front now to Brady Bridges. And the Tigers will set up the offense here. Hughes left side to Talifero. Action's kind of slowed here as the Tigers trying to find some openings. Talifero, right wing 3 on the way. Too strong. Off the backboard, retrieved by Tyson Eastwood. Splits the defenders, has it poked away from behind by Frederick. But it'll stay with the Mustangs. Halfway through the first period. Neither team shooting it particularly well. Eastwood lobs it out to Denton. In the corner to Eastwood now. Sets a screen. Talifero on him. To Denton. Has a mismatch. Out to Eastwood now. 17-footer straight away. Had to alter his shot. A good defense by Talifero, but he got his rebound back. Denton now at the free throw line. His 15-footer won't go. And Ty Hughes with the rebound. Quickly into the front court. Diego Frederick. Three-pointer won't fly. Rebound Drew Woods. Quickly into the front court, and he's going to be bumped and fouled by Nate Anderson on an aggressive move. That's his second personal already. And the third team foul on the Tigers. Rocky Mountain set the inbound for the Mustangs. Gets it into Woods. I think he wanted him to pass the ball in the corner to Eastwood. Now they get it to Eastwood on the block. And he's going to be bumped and fouled on the shot. And he'll go to the line to shoot two. They kind of matched him up there on a smaller defender, and they posted him up quickly. And that's foul on Diego Frederick. Not much Diego could do there but try to foul him as he was giving up 4 or 5 inches there to Eastwood. And Tyson's first free throw no good again. Checking in for the Tigers will be Raiden Register. And Eastwood's second free throw is good. Tigers on top 5-4, 3:19 to play opening period. Ty Hughes, between the legs dribble, Rocky Mountain pestering him. Gets around him, kicks it in the corner to Talifero. Long three-pointer right side, no good by Ty Hughes. Denton there high for the rebound. Off to Denton, long pass up ahead to Willits, and that's intercepted by Brady Bridges. That was a 50-foot pass. Good defense by the Tigers. Talifero out front to Brady Bridges, going against Willits. And they're content to just kind of run this weave out front. One of the hallmarks of Coach Hines' team is year after year is good stout defense. It's just hard to get any open shots. There's a three-pointer by Raiden Register's no good. But they do play good defense. Eastwood, spin move. Pass is intercepted as he tried to get it to Willits, so that's 2 turnovers in a row by the Mustangs. And there's a drive by Ty Hughes, and he lost it out of bounds. Turned right back over to Fort Cobb Broxton. Kind of sloppy play from both ends here early in the contest. Neither team shooting it very well from the field, obviously, of the 5-4 ball game. Woods now into the front court, over to Rocky Mountain. Eastwood over to Woods, bounce pass to Denton on the low block. Shot no good, good defense by Talifero. And we're going to have a tie-up. And it'll go over to the Tigers. Boy, it looked like Denton was going to have an easy turnaround shot there as they caught it on the low block. And great defense by Talifero to force the turnover. Now, Denton's about 6'4" or 5, and when he catches the ball on that low block, it's oftentimes an automatic 2, but Talifero would have none of that. And now the Tigers trying to muster some offense here. Talifero holding, Eastwood on him. In the corner to Frederick. Out front to go to Ty Hughes. Gets a screen. Can't do anything with it. Gets it to Talifero. Swings it right side to Brady Bridges. Dribbles to his left. Now circles back out front. Rocky Mountain hounding him. Hard to penetrate this man-to-man defense. Now he'll back it back out and try to start over with a minute to play here in the opening period. Tigers are content with this 5-4 lead, it appears. Now here we come with this 1-3-1 trap. And they'll try to speed the game up, and Willits comes out and going to have a timeout taken by Coach Youngstedt. It'll be a 30-second variety. We'll be back after this short break.
Ouachita Valley Bank, locally owned and operated since 1902, proudly serving the Fort Cobb area with knowledgeable and friendly professionals that actually care about your financial well-being. Online banking, loans, certificate of deposit, safe deposit boxes, 24-hour telephone banking, and an ATM. For service you can trust, Ouachita Valley Bank, 405-643-2305. Member FDIC.
Proud supporters of Fort Cobb Mustangs. The name of the store is T-Birds. Come see Connie for our daily lunch specials. Good. We offer cold drinks, hot food, and a clean environment. Also, $1 Fountain Pop Wednesdays. See you soon.
My partner Blake Perryman tells me that Fort Cobb is shooting 1 for 9 so far here in the first period. Sterling not much better at 2 for 9. And 7 of their 9 field goal attempts have been three-pointers, which they've made 1. 47 seconds to play. Mustangs in this 1-3-1 trap. That's what they like to do to kind of change the tempo of the ball game. Really puts the pressure on your guards to handle the ball out front. 35 seconds to play. They're lobbing it back and forth. Down in the corner to go to Talifero. He's double teamed. Now they get it out to Bridges. Cross court pass to Hughes. 25 seconds to play. Now Rocky Mountain and Tyson Eastwood comes out to challenge. Out in the center line with 15 seconds to play. So far, Sterling's done a good job of handling the pressure. Hughes into the paint. And the ball is pass was deflected. Woods comes away with it with 6 seconds. Eastwood into the front court with 2. Fall away jumper is no good. And they say the foul was before he got the shot away. And so it'll be Fort Cobb's ball along the baseline with 1.47 seconds to play. Eastwood will inbound. They get it into Denton, turn around, three-pointer on the buzzer, no good. After one period of play, Sterling 5, Fort Cobb 4. You're listening to FCBMustangs.tv.
We are your premier, best in state driving school, located in southwest Oklahoma at Fort Cobb Public School. We can provide all the services related to driving in the state of Oklahoma, such as driver's education, in-house testing capabilities, permits, and drive testings for a license. The only thing that you will be required from DPS is your eye exam. We have certified instructors that use our cars to teach your students how to be the best drivers from the beginning. Come see us today for all your driving needs.
We're bringing fiber internet to Fort Cobb. Having fast internet is a must-have, whether you're working or learning from home. That's why we are building a fiber network in your community. We have wireless internet solutions too, available at Fort Cobb Lake, Crow's Roost, Alfalfa, and more. You can count on us for a fast, reliable connection to the world. We're proud to be a local provider that's part of your community. Get connected to Carnegie Fiber today.
Thanks for joining us, folks, as we're set to start the second period of play. During the break, Jake Biddy checked in, replacing Drew Woods for the Mustangs. And it appears Sterling still has their, well, Braden Register is still in the ball game, so it'll be the Mustangs basketball. Jake Biddy running the offense. Kicks it right side. Denton, three-pointer on the way. Good. Kyler Denton drains a long three-pointer to put the Mustangs back on top, set to 7-5. It's kind of a set play out of the timeout that time. And Denton canned a long three. He's got good range. Big, strong guy, can play inside out. Talifero with a nice drive. Beautiful move by Hayden Talifero. And he has his second basket of the day, and we're all tied at 7. I tell you, he's impressed me on both ends of the floor today. Denton steps inside the three-point arc, and he drains a 16-foot jumper. As Denton has 7 on the night already. Mustangs have gone back to a man-to-man. Hughes dribbling over to Talifero into the paint against Eastwood. Has to pass it out to Diego Frederick. Does a good defense by Eastwood. In the corner, Talifero to Raiden Register. Tries a spin move, and Eastwood takes it away from him. Dribbling down the floor. Shot won't go. Tip up, no good. Rocky Mountain's there for the putback, no good. And the ball is controlled by Raiden Register. Mustangs had 3 close-in shots at it. Couldn't get any of them in the basket. And there's Hughes, who kind of ducked his head, put the arm, looked like a football move there. He had the ball under his elbow, picked up the foul on Rocky Mountain. That's his first personal. And it'll be the Tigers' ball inbounds along the baseline. Out front to Diego Frederick. They had a play set up along the baseline, but they're trying to get the ball to Bridges, and Mustangs snuffed that out pretty good. So they'll reset the offense. Talifero to his right to Register. That's a pretty good matchup right there. Denton is Register about the same size, and Register tried to make a pivot move there in the lane and stumbled and turned it over. Eastwood yet to make a field goal. He's made 2 free throws, and that's all so far. Left-handed dribble all the way to the rim. Shot good, and he's fouled. And just as I say that, he makes a nice, strong move and uses that left hand so well. Picked up the foul. Yeah. That's 4 now for Tyson. And that's the second personal foul on Diego Frederick. Free throw good by Eastwood. And now checking in for Sterling will be number 2, Max Puccio, replacing Diego Frederick. And in for the Mustang, you've got Simeon Collins replacing Jackson Willits. Collins, known to be a pretty good three-point shooter. There's a Hughes left side to Talifero. Shot over Eastwood too hard. Denton high for the rebound. Collins lays it up ahead, leads Eastwood to the basket. Nice pass to Jake Biddy. Baseline 3 on the way. No good, off the heel of the basket. Puccio with the rebound. Mustangs lead it 12-7. Hughes into the front court to Raiden Register. Right wing 3, no good. Eastwood with the rebound. Left-handed dribble into the front court. Collins, right wing 3 on the way, off the back iron, no good. Jake Biddy with a nice rebound. Outlet pass to Eastwood way out near the timeline, and we'll start over. Trying to get his man set up. 18-foot jumper, good. Tyson Eastwood, very difficult move to defend there when he handles the ball, makes a couple of moves, and then hits that pull-up jumper. Ball loose on the floor, picked up by Bridges. Now to Raiden Register. Talifero takes a deep breath, dribbles into paint. Right side, Brady Bridges dribbles into the lane. Right side of the lane, no good. And there's going to be a foul on Max Puccio as he come over the back of Kyler Denton. And that'll be the 7th team foul on the Tigers. So we'll walk to the other end, and Fort Cobb will be in the bonus with 4:35 to play in the half. Kyler Denton will be shooting the 1-and-1. Trying to build on a 7-point lead here. Kyler normally an outstanding free throw shooter. Doesn't take a lot of time. And off the back iron, no good. The old announcer's jinx. Ball is off Jake Biddy as he hustled after it in the corner. And it'll go over to the Tigers. Mustangs haven't shot free throws very well today. Less than 50%. I believe they're 2 out of 5, I think. One of those being a 1-and-1. There's a kind of a scoop shot, no good by Bridges, but he got his own rebound. And Tigers will reset the offense. Bounce pass to Talifero in the lane, and he's going to be fouled by Simeon Collins. That was a nice bounce pass through the lane by Ty Hughes. Talifero will be shooting 2. Sterling and Fort Cobb, they've been playing basketball for a long, long time. Free throw no good off the back iron. They've had some really good matches over the years. Had a lot of good ball clubs down at Sterling. Baseball and basketball over the years. Second free throw good by Talifero, gives him 5 for the day. 14-8 our score. Halfway through the second period. Eastwood pull up 16-footer, good. That's 2 in a row for Tyson. So he started to heat up. That's 9 points for him. That little pull-up jumper is very difficult to defend. Talifero, top of the key, dribbles right side of the lane, layup too strong. Denton and Register battle for it. Denton tips it to Biddy. He weaves through traffic and into the front court. Left side Eastwood. In the corner to Rocky Mountain, all alone. Baseline 3 on the good way, no good. And it's tipped out of bounds off of Simeon Collins. We'll go back to the Tigers. Checking in for Sterling will be number 22, Tate Hughes, replacing Max Puccio. Ty Hughes on the handle. Raiden Register, and he got a Kind of a running start there, and they call him for traveling. Mustangs with a chance now, build on this 8-point lead. Eastwood lopes down the left side. Left-handed dribble, gets by his defender. A little 4-foot jumper is good. Tyson Eastwood is scoring at will all of a sudden. And it's a 10-point lead for Fort Cobb. He used that left hand so well, and he kind of has that slow gait about him, and then kind of lulls you to sleep, and all of a sudden he's at the rim. Nice shot there by Ty Hughes as he hits one just above the free throw line for his first basket of the day. Eastwood, another pull-up jumper from the same spot. This time missed it, and Rocky Mountain high for the rebound, hands it off to Denton at the free throw line, and he lays it in for two. Nice 14-foot jumper for Kyler. And Tigers on the other end now with 2:24 to play in the half. Califero kicks it right side. Three-pointer on the way by Brady Bridges, no good. Collins with the rebound. Long pass up ahead to Rocky Mountain. Baseline right, three-pointer, no good. Rebound, Brady Bridges. And here come the Tigers. Ty Hughes into the front court. Tries to get around Mountain, can't do it. Has to back it out. There's Register all alone on the baseline, and he's going to be fouled by Biddy before he could get the shot off, as somehow Register got free. And Biddy picks up his first personal as Willits and Woods checks in, replacing Mountain and Biddy. Mustangs go to kind of a zone type look on the out of bounds play. Now they're back to that man-to-man. Long pass long shot, put up no good over Willits. Drew Woods corrals a rebound off to Eastwood into the front court. Well, he jumped up like he was going to shoot the jump shot. Willits headed to the rim to try to get the rebound, and at the last second he tried to pass in the corner and went out of bounds. Tough luck that time. Sometimes just things happen. 1:33 to play. Talifero penetrates in the paint. Willits pokes at it. Talifero saves it, hits somebody in the head. Now it's loose in the backcourt. Ball taken away by Eastwood, and he's going to have an easy layup as he picked his pocket in the backcourt. Now it's a 12-point lead for Fort Cobb Broxton. Brady Bridges in the paint. Ball wrestled away from him, and it goes out of bounds off of Sterling as he tried to dribble through the lane, and Woods and Willits was poking at it and caused a turnover with 1:03 to play in the half. Sterling led it 5-4 after one period. Mustangs have outscored them 18-5 here in the second. Eastwood now dribbling right side between the legs. 47 seconds to play. Dribbles up to his defender over to Collins, and the pass is too high and out of bounds. Didn't really have a good angle for that pass. I think he penetrated a little too deep, and pass was behind Collins and out of bounds with 43 seconds to play. Ty Hughes now into the front court for the Tigers, dribbling in the center circle. Still dribbling with 22 seconds now. Now they'll start the motion with 15 seconds to play. Go to the left side in the corner to Bridges. Out front to Hughes, 6 seconds. Spin move in the paint, shot no good, but he's going to pick up a foul on Drew Woods with 4 seconds to play. Well, they say the foul was on Willits. And at the line will be Ty Hughes. And Hughes' first free throw is good. That's 3 points on the day so far for Ty. And it's a 22-11 ball game. He'll have one more. Second one's too hard. Denton with long pass up ahead. 1 second. Raiden Register intercepts the pass, and his shot's no good at the buzzer. At the half, Fort Cobb Broxton 22, Sterling Tigers 11. We'll give you some halftime statistics here as the teams head to the locker room. I think I'll have the scoring here for you, and then I'll get Blake to give me the shooting percentages here, as he's got the laptop. Sadly, we only have one set of headphones here today, so it's kind of hard to communicate. But first for the Sterling Tigers, I've got Nate Anderson with 3 points, Ty Hughes with 3 points, and Hayden Talaferro with 5. That's for their 11 points. For the Fort Cobb Broxton Mustangs, they've only had 2 players score. Kyler Denton has 9, and Tyson Eastwood has the rest of them. That'd be 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 13 for their 22 points. Let's get the shooting percentages for Sterling here. Blake tells me that they're 4 out of 19 field goals, or 21%. 3-point field shooting, they're 1 out of 12. And free throw percentages are 2 out of 4 for 50%. For Fort Cobb Broxton, they're shooting 9 out of 25 from the field for 36%. Only 1 out of 7 3-point shooting for 14.3%. And at the free throw line, they're 3 out of 6 for 50%. So not a very good shooting half by either team. Fort Cobb shooting 36%, Sterling shooting 21%. Fort Cobb scored quite a few there in the second half thanks to Tyson Eastwood heated up. Kind of had a slow first quarter, but he came alive there in the second period, made several jump shots in a row. The Fort Cobb leads it 22-11. We'll take a timeout. Come back, we'll have second half action. You're listening to OSSAA playoff basketball on FCBMustangs.tv.
Dr. Matt Dieselhorst at Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics can help you get game day ready. Dr. Dieselhorst works with athletes of all ages, taking a coordinated approach to accelerate return to play and maximize athletic performance. His work with pros in sports training, injury prevention, bracing, functional rehabilitation, and imaging works seamlessly with his medical and surgical expertise. Get started by going to Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics. Let Dr. Matt Dieselhorst get you back on the field, backing all Oklahoma athletes on the field and off.
Stream like the pros with Squirtle Live. Find out more at squirtle.com/stream.
At Maples Nixon Dieselhorst, we've helped a lot of people, and our goal was to treat each and every person like a friend. And as a friend, we've got your back always. We understand what you're going through. Being lawyers is what we do, but it's not all that we are. We care. We'll stand beside you throughout the entire legal process, not just as lawyers, but as your friends. We are Maples Nixon Dieselhorst, and we are here to help.
Versatile Networks can handle all of your school or business technology and wiring needs. Expanding into a new building or office space? We would love to give you a free quote for your network wiring. Are your computers outdated? Are your servers slow? Is your network underperforming? Is your wireless network weak? Let Versatile Networks come in and assess the situation and get you back up and running the way you should be. Call Versatile Networks today at 405-217-0267 or visit versatilenetworks.com for more information.
Allegiant Marketing Group produces inbound lead generation for our clients through integrated traditional and digital campaigns. We continuously develop new strategies, tactics, and productive efficiencies so you can reach your target market and get a measurable return on investment. This fast-paced world demands for your products and services to be presented at the moment your buyers need them. Targeted and innovative marketing creates your success. Call AMG today, your marketing partner.
Support your school's booster club and get your business in front of thousands of potential customers. Talk about a win-win. Advertising packages start on this streaming station for less than $10 a game. Call 405-726-0835 or email adam@squirtle.com right now for more information.
Ouachita Valley Bank, locally owned and operated since 1902, proudly serving the Fort Cobb area with knowledgeable and friendly professionals that actually care about your financial well-being. Online banking, loans, certificate of deposit, safe deposit boxes, 24-hour telephone banking, and an ATM. For service you can trust, Ouachita Valley Bank, 405-643-2305. Member FDIC.
Proud supporters of Fort Cobb Mustangs. The name of the store is T-Birds. Come see Connie for our daily lunch specials. Good. We offer cold drinks, hot food, and a clean environment. Also, $1 Fountain Pop Wednesdays. See you soon. We are your premier best in state driving school, located in southwest Oklahoma at Fort Cobb Public School. We can provide all the services related to driving in the state of Oklahoma, such as driver's education, in-house testing capabilities, permits, and drive testings for a license. The only thing that you will be required from DPS is your eye exam. We have certified instructors that use our cars to teach your students how to be the best drivers from the beginning. Come see us today for all your driving needs.
We're bringing fiber internet to Fort Cobb. Having fast internet is a must-have, whether you're working or learning from home. That's why we are building a fiber network in your community. We have wireless internet solutions too, available at Fort Cobb Lake, Crow's Roost, Alfalfa, and more. You can count on us for a fast, reliable connection to the world. We're proud to be a local provider that's part of your community. Get connected to Carnegie Fiber today.
Welcome back to Fort Cobb, folks. District championship game here. Fort Cobb Broxton leading it 22-11. Neither team shot it particularly well there in that first half. Especially in the first quarter, both teams they're about as cold as the weather outside. Got some bad weather coming our way, it appears. Hard to believe it. I don't know, I'm 61 years old, and in my lifetime, I don't ever recall having negative temperatures, and it appears we're headed that way in the next couple of days, so hopefully the snowfall won't be as deep as what they anticipate. 12 to 15 inches of snow would pretty well put things at a standstill, I would think, so hopefully won't be quite that bad, but glad you're along with us today, folks. Hope you're enjoying the broadcast. Winner of this game will play Thursday night at Navajo. The loser will play Thursday afternoon at Navajo also. And then from Navajo, the rest of the regional will be played at Burns Flat, as that's the main side of the regional. If you win this game, you're guaranteed 2 more ball games. It's double elimination. If you lose tonight, you lose 1 more game and your season's over. So it's a big ball game here to win this district final contest. And I really like the way that OSAA has the state basketball playoff set up. And it seems like they do such a great job at it that when you get to the state tournament, it seems like you always have 6 or 7 of the top 8 teams in the ratings make the state tournament, it seems. And so they do a great job of spreading the teams around, the better teams, so that they can advance. It's not just based on geography, but they do put a lot of work in that. So you generally have a pretty exciting state tournament. This bunch's area will be played at Cache. 2 weekends from this one. So Cash has a big, nice gym, so we look forward to that. All right, it'll be Sterling's basketball. Start the third period going right to left. Anderson, and one as he dribbled through the lane. Got the left-handed shot up, knocked it in, and he got the foul. So a good start for the Tigers. And right out of the gate, Nate Anderson has an opportunity for a three-point play as the foul was on Denton, his first. And Anderson makes the free throw. That's 6 so far for Anderson. And cuts the lead to 8, 22-14. Woods dribbles to his left, gets a screen, up, pick and roll down to Tyson Eastwood, and he lays it in for 2. That looked like Stockton to Malone right there on that play, as Eastwood was able to make the easy basket. That's 15 on the night now for Tyson. And it's back to a 10-point lead for Fort Cobb. Talifero dribbling against Denton. Hands it off to Brady Bridges, and they go outside now to Ty Hughes. And the Mustangs still in that man-to-man defense. Anderson between the legs dribble. Woods defending him. We've played a minute here in the third period. Left side Talifero tries to go baseline on Denton. Now he dribbles in the paint. Shot over Denton, no good. Now Denton fighting for the rebound. And good, strong. That's a man-sized rebound right there. He had to fight him off to get that one. Into the front court he goes. And now Woods gets a screen from Eastwood. There's that pick and roll again. That's now back out to Denton. Three-pointer straight away, no good. Eastwood there for the rebound. And a putback is good. So that's 2 baskets in a row to start the third period for Eastwood. That's 17 now for Tyson. And it's back to a 12-point lead for Fort Cobb Broxton. Action's kind of slowed here. Anderson between the legs dribble with Woods on him. Left-handed shot just below the free throw line is no good. Eastwood comes away with it under heavy pressure, and it goes out of bounds, and it was fumbled away by Eastwood. Coach Hines is imploring the official to say it was poked away by one of the Tigers, but they say no. They would stay with Sterling. It was all the way down the floor. He was trying to catch up with it. There's 4 or 5 guys poking at it all the way, and he eventually lost it. There's Hughes dribbling against Willits. His shot's no good. Denton with a rebound. Woods brings it into the front court quickly. Bounce pass left side Willits. Catches on the low block, muscles it up. Shot no good, but he's fouled. And Willits will be at the line to shoot 2. And the foul is going to be charged to Brady Bridges. And Willits now will give a chance for someone else to get on the scoring column. He makes the first, as he's, up until that moment, the only 2 that had scored for Fort Cobb is Eastwood and Denton. And so Willits will have one more. He makes them both. And it's a 14-point lead for Fort Cobb at 28-14. 2 touchdown lead for the Mustang. 5:43 to play, third period. Left side Talifero, who played well in that first half. Drives along the baseline against Denton. Got by him and lays it in for 2. That's 7 points for Talifero. Woods dribbles to his left. Gets it down low to Eastwood. And he's going to be fouled. I think it's probably on the floor. Fouls on Ty Hughes, his first. Somehow they figured out a way to get Eastwood matched up against a shorter defender on several occasions. Inbounds pass is taken away by Anderson as they tried to get it to Denton under the basket. And now Anderson handling out front, between the legs dribble. Free throw line, gets it right side. Brady Bridges dribbles all the way to the basket, shot too hard, but it caroms out top of the key, picked up out there by Ty Hughes. Bridges into the paint, shot over Eastwood, no good. And Denton gets the rebound. I tell you, the Tigers do a good job on the offensive boards. You got to fight for them to get the rebound. Eastwood dribbles through a couple of defenders, and he's bumped and fouled as a shot misses. As Diego Frederick kind of raises his palms to the sky and says, well, what'd I do? third foul on Diego. And Eastwood at the line. He's 2 for 4 today, and he makes the first. Take that back. He was 3 for 5 for that. And he makes them both. (30-16), Fort Cobb on top. Number 1 team in Class A. Talifero drives, kicks it right side to Brady Bridges. Kick it in the corner to Frederick. And he's going to be bumped and fouled by Tyson Eastwood on his way to the hoop. And Diego Frederick will be able to shoot 2 here. That's the first personal on Eastwood. And Diego Frederick looking for his first point of the day. A little short. Checking in will be Raiden Register, replacing Brady Bridges for the Tigers. And Frederick will have one more. Off the back iron, off the front iron, no good, missed them both. Eastwood jogs it into the front quarter. Frederick picks him up, 17-footer, rims out this time. He made about 4 of those in the first half in that same spot. There's Register on the drive. Offensive foul on Denton, as Denton took the charge there. Coach Youngstedt not at all happy with it. I tend to kind of agree with the coach on that one. Looked like Denton might have been leaning into him a little bit. But that's the second personal on Raiden Register. It's always a hard call, the old block charge call. 50-50 call most of the time, and that's the way half the people are happy and half the people aren't. Willits along the baseline, kicks it out to Rocky Mountain. Right wing 3 on the way, good. Rocky Mountain with his first basket of the day. Biggest lead of the contest now at 17, 33-16. Mustangs have pretty well stayed in this man-to-man. Late in the first quarter, they went to that 1-3-1 trap. And since then, they pretty well stayed in this man-to-man defense. There's a drive by Anderson, no good. And Willis with the rebound. Outlet was almost stolen, but they got it back into the front court. Up ahead to Denton, gets by Talifero. Layup good by Kyler Denton on a nice strong move along the baseline. That's 11 for Kyler. This lead is really ballooned here in the third period, as the Tigers have only scored 5 points here. Meanwhile, the Mustangs have scored 13. In the corner, Anderson, 3-pointer, good. Nate Anderson with his second tray of the night. And Coach Youngstedt wants to take a 30-second timeout, and we will too. You're listening to FCBMustangs.tv.
Dr. Matt Dieselhorst at Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics can help you get game day ready. Dr. Dieselhorst works with athletes of all ages, taking a coordinated approach to accelerate return to play and maximize athletic performance. His work with pros in sports training, injury prevention, bracing, functional rehabilitation, and imaging works seamlessly with his medical and surgical expertise. Get started by going to Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics. Let Dr. Matt Dieselhorst get you back on the field, backing all Oklahoma athletes on the field and off.
Welcome back to Fort Cobb. 35-19 our score. 2:46 to play third period, as Kenny Loggins playing on the loudspeaker here at Fort Cobb, Broxton. Great tunes right there from an old guy like me who loved the music from the 1980s. And it'll be Fort Cobb's basketball. Rocky Mountain inbounding to Drew Woods, and here we go. Tigers still in that man-to-man defense. Now they're going to go to a 1-3-1 trap, it appears. I don't know. Kind of hard to figure what they want to do here. Willits. Over to Eastwood in the corner. Denton all alone. Baseline 3, short. Anderson with the rebound. It looked like they were trying to play a 1-3-1 there, and that baseline shot's usually the one that's open. There's a 3-pointer by Anderson, won't go this time. Woods saves it along the baseline off of Brady Bridges' chest. He'll stay with Fort Cobb as Jake Biddy will check in, replacing Jackson Willits for the Mustangs. Biddy played a few minutes there in the first half, played well, got some good rebounds. Eastwood now guarded by Talifero. Crossover dribble, and he's going to be fouled by Talifero. Looked like he picked his pocket there. But official Darrell Teal said nope. Caught him on the arm. And that's Talifero's first personal. And the 5th team foul on the Tigers. Inbounds play to Eastwood. Now they lob it to Denton on a set play. His reverse layup is good and one. Kyler Denton with a good strong move as they had the play set up to pass it in the corner to Eastwood. They all collapse on him, of course. And in the meantime, Denton has his defender sealed with no one on the backside of the rim. And so Denton was able to shoot the reverse layup and convert the three-point play. That's 14 on the night for Denton. Talifero dribbles by a defender. His shot won't go. Biddy high for the rebound. Outlet to Eastwood into the front court. Underneath the Drew Woods all alone for two. And that's Drew Woods for his first basket on a really nice pass from Eastwood as somebody forgot Drew Woods along the backside over there. And it's a 21-point lead for Fort Cobb at 40-19. Anderson can't get by Woods. He's done a good job defending him. Pretty good ball handler. Gets a screen. Long left-handed pass over to Talifero in the corner. Drives in the paint. Shot won't go. Denton outlet pass to Woods. And he's bumped and fouled by Nate Anderson on the way up the floor. And that'll be the... And we're going to have a technical foul as he kind of disagreeing with the call as he walked off the floor. As that's his third personal. And that'll be the 7th team foul. And now Eastwood will be shooting 1 and 1 plus the technical foul. I'm not sure he'll shoot the technical, but he's shooting the 1 and 1. And the free throw's no good. He'll have one more. I guess this will be the... Okay, now we're going to have the 2-shot technical foul, and Eastwood will shoot those. And he makes the first. And he'll have one more. Makes them both. Made 2 out of 3 there. That's 8 points here in the third period for Eastwood for a total of 21. And checking in will be Max Puccio replacing Raiden Register for the Tigers with 1:05 to play in the third. And the Mustangs with a 23-point lead. Lob pass is taken away. They tried to get it to Eastwood. Talifero got it, and he penetrates in the paint. He's going to be fouled by Biddy. Nice move that time by Hayden Talifero. As Jake picks up his second personal. And Talifero will be at the line. Shooting 2 with a minute to play here in the third period. First free throw is good. And he'll have one more. And he made them both. That's 9 points on the day for Hayden. Mustangs about scored them 20 to 10 here. Third period. Rocky Mountain over to Biddy in the corner. Back to Mountain, and they'll run their offense out front. Bounce pass out to Denton. Now to Eastwood. Gets by his defender. Steps to his left. The shot no good. Put back is no good, but he's fouled. And he'll be back at the line shooting 2. As Diego Frederick picked up his third personal. And that's a 19 foul on the Tigers. He makes the first. That's 5 straight field goal free throws for Eastwood. Make it 6. 30 seconds to play in the third. 44-21 our score. Hughes dribbles to his right against Biddy. Step back three-pointer. High arcing shot won't go. Eastwood high for the rebound. 17 seconds to play. He'll jog it into the front court. Probably set up for one shot here. Gets the ball, trying to get it to Woods. They're doing a good job denying him. He finally gets it to him with 5 seconds to play. And he called him for traveling. He would try to dump it off to Denton. And when he turned his back to his defender, he shuffled his feet. And there's 2 seconds to play, and it'll be Tigers basketball in the backcourt. And Hughes has it poked away briefly, and that will do it. After 3 quarters of play, Fort Cobb Broxton 44, the Sterling Tigers 21. You're listening to playoff basketball on FCBMustangs.tv.
Stream like the pros with Squirtle Live. Find out more at squirtle.com/stream.
At Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, we've helped a lot of people, and our goal was to treat each and every person like a friend. And as a friend, we've got your back always. We understand what you're going through. Being lawyers is what we do, but it's not all that we are. We care. We'll stand beside you throughout the entire legal process, not just as lawyers, but as your friends. We are Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, and we are here to help.
Versatile Networks can handle all of your school or business technology and wiring needs. Expanding into a new building or office space? We would love to give you a...
Check the shooting percentages here now, right quick. As the Mustangs inbound the ball. Collins checked in for the Mustangs during the timeout. Mustangs shooting 42%. Tigers 22%. There's Biddy, baseline 3 on the way. Good. Jake Biddy with his first points of the day, a 3-pointer along the baseline. I believe they're 3 out of 11 now, if I'm not mistaken, on 3-point shooting. There's a 3-point shot now put up by Brady Bridges, and Eastwood tracks it down in the corner. Now Biddy dribbling out front. Lob pass to Eastwood is too high and out of bounds. Turned over to the Tigers. Blake Perryman told me at the end of third period, both teams had 10 turnovers, and so that'll make it 11 for Fort Cobb now. We start the fourth period. Talaferro turns it over on the other end, so we're even it so far this quarter. And Sterling's going to pick up a little stronger press in the backcourt. Man-to-man pressure. And they get it to Eastwood. He's double-teamed, and he bounces off of Hughes' leg and out of bounds as he was tight-roping the sideline here. And Coach Hall Youngstedt thought he might have been out of bounds, but Eastwood now into the front court to Biddy. Cross court to Simeon Collins. Dribbles down, hands it off to Eastwood on a low block, and they said Eastwood had a little too much body contact and knocked Diego Frederick to the deck. And that's the second personal foul on Tyson Eastwood. He's had that matchup most of the day. He got quite a size advantage over Frederick, and that time he muscled him to the floor. Nice pass by Frederick over to Brady Bridges, and he laid it in for 2. That's his first basket of the day. Eastwood cross court over to Simeon Collins. Hits a cutting Rocky Mountain, and there's a good block by Mac Puccio, as it looked like it was going to be a lay-in for Mountain, and Puccio swatted it away. 6:09 to play in the contest. Hughes dribbling. Pull up 16-footer, no good. Over Biddy. Eastwood with a rebound. Diego Frederick poking at it. And now Eastwood sizing him up. Crossover, gets by him at the rim, lays it in for 2. He just kept getting closer and closer to that rim, and next thing you know, he's laying it in. Hard person to defend, that's for sure. Talifero on the other end, and they're going to be a foul before he got the shot off on Kyler Denton. And his second personal on Kyler. Okay. Blake tells me that Tyson has 25 points on the day. Outstanding ball game, especially after such a cold first quarter. There's a drive, no good. And Denton hustles with the rebound. Outlet pass is taken away by Talifero. And Eastwood took it away as he came to the rim. Now Eastwood into the front court. The 8-foot jumper won't go. Tapped back out to him. Underneath the Rocky Mountain, laying in for two. Nice assist from Eastwood to Mountain that time. And it's 51-23 with 4:26 to play. Long three-pointer by Talifero. No good. Long pass up ahead to Mountain along the baseline. He corrals it, dribbles out to the three-point arc. Three-pointer good. Rocky Mountain with 8 points here quickly. And there's going to be a stoppage. There's going to be some substitutions coming in for both teams. It'll be a full timeout. We'll be back after this 60-second break.
Allegiant Marketing Group produces inbound lead generation for our clients through integrated traditional and digital campaigns. We continuously develop new strategies, tactics, and productive efficiencies so you can reach your target market and get a measurable return on investment. This fast-paced world demands for your products and services to be presented at the moment your buyers need them. Targeted and innovative marketing creates your success. Call AMG today, your marketing partner.
All right, we're set to go. Checking in during the break was Aiden Lewis, replacing Drew Woods for the Mustangs. So on the floor you have, there's a drive of Talifero out to Frederick. Right wing three won't go. And the ball is out of bounds off Talifero. In for the Mustangs are Lewis, Mountain, Eastwood, Denton, and Collins. For the Tigers, you got Frederick, Talifero, Pucchio, and Hughes. Three-pointer from Mountain won't go this time. And it's tracked down by Diego Frederick. Our stats man, Blake Perryman, wish he could had a headset where he could talk. Talifero through the lane, shot no good. Denton with the rebound. He tells me that Denton and Eastwood both have double-doubles today. In the corner, Collins, three-pointer on the way, short. And rebound controlled by Pucchio. With 3:45 to play in the contest, Pucchio drives, kicks it out front, three-pointer right side, no good by Brady Bridges. Mountain can rouse the rebound into the front court, over to Simeon Collins. To Eastwood, now to Denton. Gets a screen from Lewis, three-pointer good by Kyler Denton. And it's 57-23 now. Denton been shooting those three-pointers. He's a senior, been doing it for 4 years. Been to the state tournament every season. Rocky Mountain picks the pocket out front, 2-on-1. Goes around the defender, layup no good, but Lewis is there for the putback. Aiden Lewis puts it in for two. Now we'll have mass substitutions from both teams. To get them all sorted out here when they go in with 3:01 to play. In for the Tigers, you've got Cade Pearson, number 3. Number 15 is Jaden Hyatt. Let's see who else we got. 21 is Bo Davis. Number 1 is Diego Frederick. He's still out there. Pucchio's still out there. And 21 is Bo Davis. I said him. And for the Mustangs, we've got The new ones out there, Cade Audubon, Lance Anderson, and let's see, we got, along with them, three-pointer no good. We got Collins, Willits, Anderson, Lewis, and Audubon for the Mustangs. 2:30 to play. Willits at the free throw line to Lance Anderson. Three-pointer right side, no good. Rebound control by Jaden Hyatt. Up ahead come the Tigers. And we're going to have a foul charge to Simeon Collins as he stuck out the arm. And he fouled Max Pucchio going to the basket. Second foul on Collins. With 2:17 to play. And Pucchio's free throw is no good. Checking in now for the Tigers will be Clinton Morris, replacing Diego Frederick. And a second free throw on the way, good. Frederick, it's his, or Pucchio I should say, is who made a basket. Audubon with it. Long three-pointer by Collins is good. Simeon Collins got a good looking shot. Got that one to go, and it's 62-24 now. Less than 2 minutes to play. Tigers dribbling out front. Collins got a hand on a pass and knocked it away, and Brody Devon's real happy about that because that'll stop the game, stop the clock, and let him check in, replacing Collins. And the Tigers will inbound. Out front is Bo Davis dribbling against Audubon. Spin move. Shot is good, and he's fouled by Cade Audubon. Nice and one move that time by Bo Davis for his first basket. And he'll be at the line. And checking in for the Tigers will be number 30, Braden Mandrell, replacing Max Pucchio. Free throw no good. Willits high for the rebound. Off to Devon, and he'll bring it into the front court. Anderson left wing in the corner to Willits. Trying to get around a defender. Along the baseline, can't go against Jaden Hyatt. Over to Brody Devon now. 1:20 to play. Willits will try a three straight away off the front iron. Tracked down in the corner by Cade Pearson. As we mentioned, we'll talk about where these teams will be playing next week and who their opponents might be. So stay tuned, folks. After the ball game, we'll wrap it up and give you the scoring for both ball clubs. And we're going to have a stoppage, and Camden Parker will check in for the Mustangs, replacing Jackson Willits with just under a minute to play. And Brody Devon will bring it up. We appreciate all you folks joining us today. Hope you've enjoyed our broadcast. We've had two good ball games. The first girls game was certainly a nail-biter. Went into overtime, and it was won by Sterling on a shot made with 2 seconds to play in overtime. This game here was pretty close for a half, and the Mustangs really stretched it out here in the second half to kind of pull away, as a number one team should do. Camden Parker, right wing three, no good. Audubon taps it out to Devon with 12 seconds. Kicks it in the corner to Parker now. Skip pass over to Anderson. Devon penetrates in the paint. Kicks it to Lewis with 3 seconds. Left wing three by Anderson, no good, and that's do it. Your final score. Fort Cobb Broxton Mustangs 62. Sterling Tigers 26. We'll have the trophy presentation now as the teams gather around their coaches. And high school principal Mr. James Biddy will come out for Fort Cobb Broxton to make the trophy presentation. And the congratulations to Coach Scott Hines and his Fort Cobb Broxton Mustangs as they will accept the district championship trophy today. Jake Biddy comes out to accept the plaque, and congratulations to the Mustangs as they will play in the winner's bracket of the playoffs next Thursday night at 8 o'clock in Navajo. And they will be playing the winner of the game being played today of Cheyenne and Navajo. Meanwhile, the Sterling Tigers will play in a consolation bracket next Thursday afternoon at Navajo at 4 o'clock. Let's go give you the scoring first for the Sterling Tigers. I'll get Blake Perryman has done the work here. I know he's accurate on what he's got. Let's see, total points. I don't have the names there. Max Puccio had 1. Brady Bridges had 2. Ty Hughes had 3. Nate Anderson had 11. Bo Davis with 2. And leading scorer for the Tigers, Hayden Talaferro with 9 points. For the Fort Cobb Broxton Mustangs, Aiden Lewis had 2. Drew Woods had 2. Simeon Collins had 3. Jackson Willis had 2. Aiden Lewis had 2. Rocky Mountain with 8. And Kyler Denton had 9 in the first half, and he had 8 in the 2, 4, 7, 8, 17 points overall for Kyler Denton. And the leading scorer tonight was Tyson Eastwood, who had 13 points in the first half. He had 12 in the second for a total of 25 points for outstanding player Tyson Eastwood. So congratulations to the number 1 ranked Fort Cobb Broxton Mustangs today as they have advanced into the winner's bracket of the regional tournament next week with a 63-26 victory. Also today, congratulations to the Sterling Lady Tigers as they defeated Fort Cobb in overtime today, 34-31. All right, Blake tells me that Fort Cobb's opponent will be Cheyenne as they defeated Navajo today in the district tournament out at Cheyenne. So Fort Cobb and Cheyenne next Thursday evening, and that means Sterling will be playing Navajo next Thursday afternoon. Yeah, Levi Pierce from Fort Cobb coaching the Cheyenne Bears, I believe they are. All right, I guess that about wraps it up here from Fort Cobb. Glad you've joined us today, folks. Hope you enjoyed our broadcast and hope we'll be seeing you next Thursday over at Navajo. I'd like to thank Blake Perryman for doing his statistical work here in the boys game for us. I'm sorry we didn't have any headphones and such so he could be on the air, but appreciate all his hard work. And also like to thank Enrique Aluena for putting us on the air, doing great engineering work today. Appreciate all those folks. For those guys, I'm Don Tyson saying goodbye, everybody.